Welcome to the 12th episode of Empty Hand, Open Mind podcast. My name is Steve Wilson. I have trained in Okinawan Goju-ryu for 53 years. I'm the current chairman and chief instructor of an organization called the Koryo Koshu Kai here in America. And today I want to talk a little bit about Kamae. So Kamae is a fixed posture that a karateka goes into that also has mental focus. And so you not only focus on your stance and your posture and your hand position, but you also have the right mental attitude. So you don't just go into Kamae half-heartedly or without a mental focus of what you're doing. So Kamae's preparatory position, static posture, however you want to refer to it, are important. And it's important to practice and go from Kamae to Kamae. So you don't have to just do Kamae when you start a specific part of the curriculum or begin a Kamae to start Kihon or Kihonido or Renzokos or whatever it is you're practicing. You should also practice just switching from Kamae to Kamae. So you may want to be in a Heikodachi Kumite Kamae and switch to a Nekowashi Dachi Kamae, etc. Also do that moving and turning. Same thing goes with, you can be standing still in Heikodachi and have both hands to your side. And then you can go into a just Heikodachi, still feet parallel, not one foot in front of the other, into a Kumite Kamae. And then when the count begins, you can slide step to the right or slide step to the left, maintaining that Kamae, hands up, and execute your technique. And so there's many ways to practice Kamae. So another way to practice Kamae is kata. So the most common and prevalent Kamae and posture and technique utilized in Goju-ryu is Marote Chudan Yokuke. So that technique is throughout Goju-ryu. And the reason is because from that posture, you can completely defend your center line. You can also strike, you can elbow, and you can easily change hand postures, but while staying within the framework of your body. In other words, not going out past your own shoulder. There's nothing out there to protect. So you can be high, you can go low, etc. And you can do uri or uki, you can do yurakunuchi, you could do kizamizuki, you could do chokozuki, you could do sekenzuki, you can do nukute, you can do shoto, you can do all those things from that Kamae. And a lot of the kata teach us that, right? So don't take Kamae half-hearted. Instead, realize its real value. So in kata, the more something's repeated, the more important it is. So Marote Chudan Yokuke is a very, very important Kamae in Goju-ryu, and it's something you need to really thoroughly understand or your practice is meaningless. So it's really to defend your center line. It's also to strike from. It's also to utilize a lot of various weapons without really having to change that posture. And you can also do that posture, and I've heard not enough to can completely 100% affirm it or confirm it, but from a few sources in my research in interviewing first-generation students, a couple, but not all five, a couple first-generation students told me that originally back in the real old times, that Kamae was more like this. So instead of like this, it was this way. So that's kind of more boxer style and kind of more of a posture that Choki Motobu used more. So I have seen him in that posture, so it's probably true, at least in a sense, if you can give credit to a picture. But regardless, even though no one fights like this today, okay, you can always turn your hands over. You can turn them this way. this way, this way, one each way. That doesn't matter. So it depends on what you want to do. You can open them. So you're here. Now just open them. Now you also have osai-uke, etc. So from this position, you can also strike shuto, shote, boshkin, nakadaki ippon-kin, ippon-kin, on and on. It's limitless. So don't just see the kamae for what you see. See it for what it is and what it can be and what it can do. So put importance behind your kamae and practice shifting from kamae to kamae. So it's a natural thing for you to change your guard, to change your posture, to change your static position based on what's happening. Also to confuse the opponent. He's going, why is he changing? Why is he changing his guard? That's how they view kamae, guard. So why is he changing his guard? So if you can get your opponent to just hesitate and think for a second, great time to attack. Same thing with breathing. Catch your opponent inhaling because he's winded or exhaling. That's the time to crack him. So anyway, give importance to your kamae, practice your kamae, and understand the kamae and the kata are really important. And so you need to explore that, analyze it, break it down. That's what bunkai means. Dissect it and figure out why did they put that same thing in so many kata? Because it's really, really important. And protecting your center is vitally important, or you'll lose the fight. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Go practice your kamae, and I'll see you next time on Empty Hand, Open Mind. Thanks for joining.